Here's what's happening now. We're watching the end of the rain move out and the beginning of several chances of snow move in. More on that coming up. Paula?
Of course, you've heard the phrase have a heart. But how about this? Have a heart. Or have all of these hearts. I'm literally holding this man's heart in my hand, and I will show you how this saved his life.
All right, Paula, also retirees fighting to protect their health care in Lansing, why they're claiming victory, at least for now. Up first, fighting the presidential recount. Opponents are about to go to court right now. That's breaking news, first at 4. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karen Drew. Let's start with that breaking news as the battle over the presidential recount in Michigan goes back to court. This legal fight taking place in Lansing at this hour, even as votes are being recounted across Metro Detroit. Kimberly Gill is tracking the story from the newsroom with the very latest. Kimberly, neither side is giving up here.
No, Karen, you're right. Nobody's giving up in this battle. Good afternoon to you. A federal court ordered the recount to get started yesterday, but representatives for Donald Trump and Michigan Attorney Bill Schuette are both trying to stop this process. Now, at this hour, an emergency state court of appeals hearing is getting started in Lansing. Opponents of the recount say it's too expensive and that the Green Party's Jill Stein is wasting resources when she received just 1% of the vote. Today, ballots are being recounted in Oakland, Macomb, and Wayne counties. As long as the recount continues, county clerks are scrambling to get the job done by December 13th. Because the legal arguments are taking place in both state and federal courts, the Attorney General says this battle could theoretically end up before the U.S. Supreme Court.
I'm just saying theoretically it could go there. I'm just taking it one step at a time, and I'm convinced and I have confidence in the Michigan court system and the Michigan judicial system to uphold the Michigan statute, and that Michigan law will prevail.
Attorney General Bill Schuette says this is a matter for the state courts because he says there is no U.S. constitutional right to a recount. Now, our Guy Gordon is inside that hearing in Lansing, and we'll have a live update coming up on Local 4 News at 5. For now, Karen, we'll send it back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Kim. Well, a big win for retired police and firefighters today in Lansing as House Republicans decided not to go forward with health care reform. Hundreds gathered this morning in Lansing to protect what was expected to be a new bill reforming health care for first responders. But in the 11th hour, House Republicans backed off and decided to not go forward with the reform. Talks about reform will now be tabled until the House meets again next year. The search is on for a man who assaulted 2 women at a home on Detroit's west side. It happened about 3 this morning on Castleton, just south of I-96. Police say 2 women in their 40s were at home when a man broke in through an unlocked window. Once inside, the man allegedly beat both women and sexually assaulted one of them. Police are looking for their attacker right now. Moving to Madison Heights, where an investigation is underway after a car crashed into a jewelry store. Here's video of workers repairing that huge hole left in the back of Diamond Jim's Custom Jewelry. It's located at 11 Mile and Stevenson Highway. Police say someone crashed into the store overnight, then took off. The suspected car was later found abandoned on I-75. At this point, it's unclear if anything was stolen from the store. Time now for our first look at the forecast, and I think that mercury is just going lower and lower and lower, Ben.
Yeah, we have definitely seen the warmest of the forecast period, and that was this afternoon. Everything after this gets chillier, but we're still tracking rain, and the heaviest of which is right here in 94 between Port Huron and Mount Clemens, although that is starting to lighten up just a little bit. Still have some rain around the city of Detroit right now, at least some more organized showers, but out in our west zone, you've already dried out, and you can see everything's really falling apart out there towards 275 as we speak. So the rain's going to be wrapping up pretty quickly. We'll be dry overnight. Clouds are going to break. We'll still be above freezing by midnight, but we've got some chilly numbers to look at and some snow. A lot of chances of snow, I want to say that, as we get into the 7-day forecast that's ahead.
You know, you get tongue-tied when you start talking about snow, Ben. Oh, first at 4, we are on top of stories making headlines all across America today. Security is really tight and evident around the Los Angeles Metro subway system right now after a threat was phoned in on Monday. The call from a public phone booth in an unidentified overseas country targeted the Universal City subway station for an attack today. That station is popular with tourists. LA's mayor says the threat might not be credible, but with little warning, the city is not taking chances.
We get threats like this all the time. And oftentimes when we have more days to look at them, we do conclude ultimately that they're not credible. When there's a short time lapse, though, we always default to additional resources just to reassure people and to be extra secure.
More than 1 million people use the Los Angeles Metro Transit system every day. Identifying the victims of that warehouse fire in Oakland, California is an emotional and painstaking task. No new victims have been found today. Of the 36 bodies already found, 26 families have been notified about their loved ones. Police sources say some of the victims were found holding each other. The building was not approved for residential use, although several artists had studios and living spaces inside. The manager of that warehouse is one of the people facing some very tough questions. He agreed to appear live on the Today Show this morning, but the interview quickly turned contentious and emotional.
I'm only here to say one thing, that I am incredibly sorry, and that everything that I did was to make this a stronger, more beautiful community, and to bring people together. People didn't walk through those doors because it was a horrible place.
Derek Almeida managed the warehouse. The owner of the building has not come forward to talk about the tragedy. A criminal investigation is underway. We're also tracking stories making headlines all around the world on your Tuesday afternoon. This is a fire rescue in China. A Good Samaritan turned hero when he saw smoke coming from a neighbor's kitchen. He pulled the neighbor from the home and noticed a gas tank still burning. Worried the tank might explode, he grabbed the tank and pulled it to a nearby pond, averting any further damage. German Chancellor Angela Merkel is repeating calls for a burqa ban in Germany. Merkel says she feels a full veil is inappropriate in Germany, where interpersonal communication plays a key role in German life. France adopted a burqa ban back in 2011, but Germany hasn't so far. It's another sign of how Europe is struggling to assimilate to the growing Muslim population. Right now, you're looking at a machine actually printing three-dimensional hearts. This breakthrough research is being put into clinical action right here in Metro Detroit. Our Paula Tutman explains how it's changing heart surgery and also saving lives.
This is really Ray Bradbury and George Orwell kind of stuff where autos meet medicine. We're talking about customized medicine. So I want to show you this. This is an actual replica of a heart. Now, I'm going to show you what it looks like when this is being printed. Inside the Henry Ford Innovation Institute in downtown Detroit, half a heart is being built. Tiny layers of a UV photopolymer are being laid down sliver by sliver.
So this machine is laying down, much like your inkjet printer does, a very fine layer of liquid. But instead of on a piece of paper, it's laying it on top of a 3D model.
So what does it look like when it's done? This, life, for a man whose quality of life had all but disappeared with AFib, an irregular heartbeat, and structural problems with his atrial appendage. Translation, his heart was broken, and Mark Wellman was a walking stroke risk.
Well, I'd get up in the morning and I'd start blowing my nose, and I'd get a lot of blood in my mucus, and it's like it wouldn't stop.
He had surgery in February, and today he received his heart in his hand.
This is actually your heart, and the accuracy of this is probably to about 1 millimeter.
Okay.
A 100% identical mold that allowed his surgeons to practice the procedure before plugging his broken heart.
With this 3D modeling and the CT procedural planning, you can feel and anticipate every patient's turns, their curves. You can select the devices and anticipate what could potentially go wrong before it happens so you can avoid that. It's a roadmap.
This week, Henry Ford Health System will print its 300th heart, going beyond research and into clinical application, using technology the auto industry was using to build car parts with grant dollars and at no cost to the patient. This technology has gone from Hummer parts to heart parts.
So as you can see, one size does not fit all. There are different shapes to every single person's body. This is one person's tiny, and one person is huge. So if you think about it, automotive technology is light years ahead of what we're doing in medicine. We're extrapolating automotive technology, which already used 3D prints and 3D crash testing virtually for decades, and we're just finally bringing this into medicine.
Henry Ford Health System is actually the only health system in the nation that's actually gone beyond research and is actually using this clinical procedure for adult hearts, improving outcomes. And it is phenomenal technology. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
More news coming up first at 4, plus the day's top trending stories. If you've ever been stuck in a slow-moving line, this frustrated shopper's horror story will definitely hit home. Dr. Rick George.
Well, Karen, you know, a lot of parents worry about their kids spending too much time staring at electronic devices. But maybe it's adults who need a timeout. I'll explain next.
Up first, more time off for new parents. The big retailer making a really big change when it comes to time off for mom and dad.
In America, coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
An 18-year-old teen accused of murder pleads guilty for killing a mother of 2 in a carjacking attempt. I'm Nick Monticelli. Why another plea almost happened in court today.
All right, thank you, Nick. IKEA's U.S. division is making life a lot easier for new parents. The Swedish furniture maker will start offering up to 4 months of paid leave for new parents. Right now, women giving birth have 5 days of paid leave with 6 to 8 weeks of disability leave. The new policy applies to mothers and fathers who are birth, adoptive, or foster parents. The policy starts January 1st and is part of an effort to keep good workers in an improving job market. Good health. It seems moms and dads are constantly telling kids to get off their phones, but it does work both ways. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here, and kids might need to give their parents the same advice.
That's exactly right, and here's why. 9 hours and 22 minutes, that is the average amount of time every day that adults spend using media and technology, and it's mostly entertainment time, not work. The study from Common Sense Media surveyed nearly 1,800 parents of tweens and teens. That 9+ hours includes posting on Facebook, tweeting, texting, emailing, and binge watching TV. In fact, researchers say adults are in denial about how connected we really are.
This study shows that while parents spend over 9 hours per day with screen media, 78% of American parents think that they're very good media and tech role models for their kids. So there's a pretty big disconnect there.
To decrease screen time for everyone, Common Sense Media suggests families have device-free dinners, and they really encourage parents to take a hard look at their own use of these devices.
Now, I know you tackled this a little bit last night at 11, but you have more coming up tonight at 5.
That's exactly right. You know, we actually met a local family that decided their children cannot watch TV during the week. No television, none at all.
We didn't tell them. We just stopped making it available. So when we came home, if they asked, it was like, oh, or we can get a book, or, you know, we can play a game. Yep. We just offered other suggestions.
And so new at 5, I'll show you the rule, the reward, and the inspiration behind it all. And hopefully this will get all of your families talking, because this is really an important thing for us. They won't be watching, but.
No, exactly. They'll be playing Jenga.
Exactly.
Thank you, Doc. Sure. Appreciate it. Well, let's go over to Ben for an update on our forecast. Time to bundle up, Ben.
It's getting there, Karen, especially as we get towards the end of this upcoming forecast. In fact, our warmest temperatures are sitting on top of us right now. We're looking at upper 30s across most of the area. So this has kept all of our precipitation today in the liquid form. It's just about out of here. You see it's sort of sweeping up to the north and east on the east side of the area. Most of that right now is north of the city, and so as we get later on, we will see these showers come to an end. We sort of just got clipped by this larger area of precipitation that rolled through to the east of us. Of course, in the higher elevations of Pennsylvania, they saw snow, not rain, but it is going to be all liquid for the rest of tonight. There may be just a little sort of secondary push of moisture try to make it in here between about 7 and 9 o'clock tonight, and then once we get past that, everything's dry. Cold front comes through. The front will actually pass through dry, but behind that, the cold air is going to be noticeable, to say the least, as we get into the next few days. In fact, as we head into the weekend, temperatures not going to make it above freezing for a good chunk of the forecast. So let's look at our low temperatures tonight. We're still going to hang on to 30 here in our metro zone around the city of Detroit, maybe down to the 29 area there and downriver and out towards the airport. South zone upper 20s generally, slightly warmer here towards Lake Erie. And north of Michigan Avenue in our west zone, Waking up tomorrow to temperatures around 27 in Howell. Manchester, you're going to be at 27. Flint at 28 for low temperatures when we start tomorrow morning. And still may see a 30 or 2 down there towards M59, but generally upper 20s across most of our north zone for low temperatures tonight. Then we look at highs tomorrow. They're not going much of anywhere. 36 is as good as we're going to get. Tomorrow will be dry, and that's pretty much the last time we can say that in the 7-day forecast. So we'll at least have some lake effect snow showers, especially Thursday and into Friday. May get a little bit of a break there Saturday, but Sunday looks like we will be seeing some measurable snow. Probably not going to be enough to get out the snow blowers, but we could be shoveling by the end of the weekend. And then Monday and Tuesday got a couple chances of some flakes too. And notice that those highs just barely getting above 30 into early next week. Karen?
All right, it'll be tough tailgating on Sunday. Thank you, Ben. It's probably happened to you. You're at a store in a hurry, but the person in front of you is just taking their own sweet time. Well, one frustrated shopper gets creative with her story, and it's the day's biggest viral video coming up. Straight ahead, the Grammy nominations, a big battle between Adele and Beyonce, but only one of those women has reached a remarkable milestone. We'll be right back. Trending today, the Grammy nominations are out with Adele and Beyonce competing in those major categories. Adele racked up 5 nominations for her album, 25. Among other nominees, she'll compete against Beyonce in the biggest categories, record, song, and album of the year. Beyonce claimed the most nominations with 9. She's now been nominated, get this, 62 times. That's more than any other female artist. Now to a story that is really blowing up online. It's a woman from Saline, Michigan. She gets stuck in line at Kohl's behind another customer. Now that customer was asking a lot of questions about a return and the impact on her Kohl's Cash rewards. Well, the frustrated shopper used Snapchat filters to reenact the experience, and this video is going viral right now.
I kept looking at my watch. Like, do you not realize that I have to go pick up my kids in like 15 minutes? Get out of the way. And she was all like,
so making this return, do I lose all my Kohl's Cash or just like some of my Kohl's Cash?
The cashier had to call a manager, introducing yet another character to this shopping drama.
What can I help you with? She wants what? Her Kohl's Cash? She's losing all of her Kohl's Cash. All of it.
There's more of the video posted at clickondetroit.com and a response from Kohl's promising to make it up to the frustrated customer.
So she was in such a hurry, but she had
You're right, she was in a hurry. Oh, well, still ahead, another trending story. I will show you why the newest Transformers trailer is getting a lot of attention here in Detroit.
My wheel was falling off. You can see the joy and you can feel the excitement.
We folded it and put tape at the bottom.
Students at our Help Me Hank adopted school, Thurgood Marshall, getting to experience something not offered to children here before.
It makes me feel that I know that out there someone cares for my children and for me too.
Corporate leaders donating their time, money, and energy, creating a memory these kids will never forget.
Get them excited about learning something, like that's very, very cool for me personally.
Come with me inside this special school. You will be inspired. Tonight at 11.
Get ready, the first trailer for the next Transformers movie is out. You can see shots of the Pontiac Silverdome right there on your screen in this supercharged action movie. This is the 5th Transformers movie, and parts of it were shot in Metro Detroit. It was kind of fun to find those local landmarks on the big screen. Transformers: The Last Night comes out next year.
They're creating.
Can you tell I was reading so slow because I was trying to see all those landmarks? It's kind of cool.
They were trying to create a post-apocalyptic America, and
well,
they didn't have to create the Pontiac Silverdome.
Right, I know, it's a shame. It really is. Well, I have to say I'm kind of excited about programming today here on Local 4. Our own Ben Bailey is going to make an appearance on Jeopardy tonight. So what's this all about?
Yeah, we're in a category called Clues Across America, and there's multiple people there, and I am one of them. I'll be doing a clue about Detroit.
So you ask the question.
I
or you
present
say
the
that,
answer.
right, that's right. See, I would do so
Alex
bad on
Trebek
Jeopardy.
will give the question.
I know you said like your family in Indiana is like all like, I was going to say setting their VCRs, but clearly we don't do that anymore, but they're excited.
They'll be DVRing it. I don't know what time it may have already aired
really?
there, but yeah, they're excited.
You're a pretty big deal.
We shot it a long time ago, so I almost forgot about it until they called and said, hey, it's finally aired.
Okay, 7:30, and rumor has it your part might be at 7:34. I don't know.
Oh,
I've
really?
got people working on it. We'll see.
You know more than I do.
Congratulations. Also, thank you so much for joining us for First to 4. We're back in a half hour with Local 4 News at 5. Inside Edition is next. Have a good day.